Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Chester, before you go, say hello to your grandson, who is currently clawing my arm while making biscuits, because he does not want to let me clip his nails, but he needs it because they're sharp. But yeah, say hello to Gummy. Also, I cannot, Cahill. I don't have a webcam set up. But yeah, hello. Wax, Summer, Chester, Cahill, Josh, anybody else who's hanging around. Cahill, I will try to take photos of Gummy. And I will post them. But yeah, I've got to figure out how to make this little mister sit still while I clip his nails. Because he needs it. Because his nails are so sharp, and he likes to make biscuits in my elbow. And it hurts so bad. But I also don't want to stop him because he's cute. Anyway. Hello. Welcome. You all are also cute. Did you know that? It's true. Let us do a switch over. Yeah. Hello. Disco Elysium, are you there? Gonna do this like a seance. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
A pig! So cute.
Also you, Summer. Nice, Wax! That's very exciting. Yeah, let me get a hydrate in. I've been very thirsty because it's very hot. Whoops, Cahill learning the problem with being a freelancer. No one no one figures out your prices except you. Okay. Let us get back to it. So, this inconspicuous wall. I'm not safe scumming it. However, I tried it once at the end of last stream and failed. I wanted to try it once more today because I know it's important.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material eaten.
Oh! Oh, okay, so I don't get to do this because it's saved after I made that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to... I'm gonna have to improve my perception. Oh well. So I'm not even safe scumming a little bit. Bucket? Why can I not get to bucket? I want bucket. Okay. Maybe Kuno has more to say to me.
Look, see? It's the fucking war pig! Try not to knock yourself out.
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
I'm not gonna seek his forgiveness. I have a truth stick. But I'll play along. I'm a himbo at heart. Kind and dumb as a brick. I want to make this right with...
Fucking what pig?
Amends, Kuno. I was wrong to try to hit you. I'm sorry. You're himbo. I attempted to, Wax. I missed.
Yeah? How are we gonna make it up to Kuno, pig shit?
I don't have anything. What can I offer you?
Please don't waste time on nonsense.
The lieutenant does not approve of this at all.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right thing here. Trying to get Kuno to like you again.
Okay, you insulted Kim. We're done
Pay
here.
tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
No. You insulted Kim. We are done. Nothing, Lieutenant. I don't want to get into this. No, Kim's right. Fuck Kuno. Hi, Max. We porkin' good. Hi, lady who gave me
Let handle
gloves.
this.
Let me handle this, the woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I mean no trouble. I'm here to do my job, that's all.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
He points to the man standing in the middle of the room. That is all correct. But also, your boss told us that you would help us get a body down from a tree. Let's start there. Oh, so do I, Max. She is maybe the best character in the game.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
She is wonderful, Max. Oh, it might be Measurehead, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Valid, Kim, but I genuinely think we want to step carefully around it.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. You're sure easily mentioned something about a lawyer, Elizabeth someone, but you're too dumb to remember what it was.
I failed an easy logic check. I rolled a... Oh, that's awful. Hello, Nobu Heck. What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What's your role in all this?
Obviously, I'm a lawyer, a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Okay, in my defense, the only person I've been violent to was a piece of racist pig shit. And also Kuno. Who, let's be honest, both deserved it.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you Moralington lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. Oh, no, that is not himbo talk. A true himbo doesn't know half of those words. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Oh, chat. Chat, I'm gonna let you guys vote on this. Hello, Stitch. Do we need a financial buffer zone? Do we need privatization? Do we think the RCM is principled and strong, unlike socialists? Do we want an armed uprising? Or do we want to be completely neutral? Time to vote. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that vote. I'm sorry. I don't know who did the poll, but there is in fact a there is a Twitch extension for this. So the poll is unnecessary, although the poll seems to be perfectly matching. Poll remains accurate. No problem, Cahill. I appreciate the help. No, Cahill, I appreciate it. Armed Uprising. What are the Union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
I should talk to Titus then. That went poorly.
Well, excuse me, princess.
You are a princess, Stitch, the best kind. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Wonderful. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside.
This is where you say your bit.
I don't know what the bit is.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note, leaving it to you. I'm going to be straightforward. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. The voice is very snake-like. You are right, Josh.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
When I first played, he didn't have a voice yet. His voice is so good.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
That's not a good sign.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Questions? To hell with that. Get right up in the big dick's face. Physical confrontation.
You see, the problem with that is that it's the only thing I'm very good at. But I'm going to listen to suggestion. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
We're cops and he was murdered. That's not unusual.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. No, let's leave that off the table for now. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck?
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Max, I believe Stitch is making a reference to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, that's quite an admission.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Problem is, 2 of us can't arrest 6 of them.
There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could take them all away. It's too simple.
But there's a catch.
There is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
7, I miscounted. You murdered him just like that. No remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
I literally don't remember, so I'm not sure.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. Again, complete himbo honesty. Max, whether or not that's true has not been revealed yet. All we've seen so far does show there are indications that the hanging may have been post-mortem, but we're not convinced yet because we haven't had an autopsy.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Max, maybe just slow down a little bit. I haven't found any bullet. In fact, I haven't seen anything about a bullet.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head, that's for sure.
You can seppuku, Max. That'll do the same thing. If you want to know how, you can ask Stitch. Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
That sounds like an option.
You could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
I'm not talking to her. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
Pointed fat Angus. The biggest animal dominates the herd. That's so mean. Hi, Nerf. Also, hi, Trom. Hi, Chris. I don't think I ever said hi to Chris. That's fine, Max. But the actual answer, I think, is Everard Clare runs the Union. You answer to him.
You keep him the fuck out of this.
Oh.
We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everard runs the Union. I run the Hardy Boys.
Oh, he got way too defensive there for that not to be the truth.
When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
I did, Cahill. It was amazing.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
I like the lieutenant pretends to check his note.
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
Not a terrible point.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The thing is, the first time I examined him, there were some indications that the hanging could have been post-mortem, so I'm not actually convinced.
Can Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
How did you manage to overpower him?
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Where did this overpowering happen?
Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him.
This one? Ah. Okay, I was going to say I'm just going to try this and fail. But, which one is compassion? Sorry, not compassion, composure. Composure is motorics. So chat, if you want to, you can try to boost my motorics. And if you do, I'll have a better than even chance of passing this red check. Now, it's worth noting these are XCOM rules. Anything less than 90% is a guaranteed failure. Who the fuck made it worse? Who the fuck made it worse? Y'all are mean. Now I'm angry. No.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
Passed anyway. Whoever was mean apparently cannot beat me. Who's solid?
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
I strongly suspect there was no meanness, if anything, just a mistake.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
So who's cracking under the pressure? Just breathing. Nothing else. That's what you get for the fat man? How dare you? This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. You smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the train.
A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
Hey, you! Turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Don't be mean to fat people.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you, too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus.
I think this is one of the most interesting things about this game in general, in terms of well-written characters. Titus is a genuinely caring person. Um, Titus cares about all of the people in his group. He cares about all of the dock workers. And he will protect them. Did he also take part in a lynching? Yeah, because human beings are complicated.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary. That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
Okay, that is genuinely terrifying.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on. How do you even know he was in Special Forces?
'Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
And did he?
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
Quite the libido.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Okay, that's a lot of wrong.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Yeah.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Lieutenant is trying to make sense of the flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
I'd forgotten how intense some of this gets. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Okay, so it was multiple women.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
So what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think
That's
we're
not
going
happening.
to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Yeah. The way they confessed was a little bit too convenient.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Establish authority. 3% chance. I need a natural 12. That is not happening. Wearing pants might help, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh, Max, I don't think a boost would help enough. I'm gonna have to figure out ways to make him take me more serious. However, it said that I got a read on them, so I could probably figure out the footsteps now.
In the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Okay, chat. Do y'all want to boost my intellect? You don't have to, but if you'd like to. I could use the boost. Hey! 58% shot.
Wow.
Still failed.
Still not doing it. You're bad at this.
Hi, Paula. Why is this so complicated? I keep failing.
Maybe you keep failing because you suck.
I don't want to die from lack of morale. Damn it! Okay, let's go speak to Measurehead. Get the body down from the tree, at least. Yeah, I did, Summer. I healed it by 1. I just don't want to use all of my healies. It's going pretty well, Paula. I'm not wearing pants, and I just confronted a big scary man. But not as scary as the man I kicked in the throat last week.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered a little.
Oh my god, he fucking admits it! The relationship between the races hasn't changed, but the relationship between me and him has changed. Everard told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You've got bare hands? That's unfair. I've only got human hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
You know what? Fucking fine.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
I mean, I'm not wearing pants. Where am I gonna go? Oh wait, everywhere. Because I never wear pants. Because pants are a tool of patriarchy.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
We're just trying to keep things from going to shit.
Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? I'm Katya, by the way.
Hi, Katya. No. No, I think shit is a bad direction.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Does the fucker just break off a tree branch?
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it, to be honest.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Evrod's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Hey, fuck you, buddy. I'm just talking to a lady.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Kim! Kim, you've killed him! I am an unbelievably corrupt cop. I'm corrupt every opportunity I get. You see, that's a funny response, but I want Kim to respect me. I'm just gonna say that's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Which Measurehead would fight that guy? Like, there's no loser there, because they both suck.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's been no side choosing. Did what we had to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
That's why he wanted me up here. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
I just realized Measurehead and I are wearing, like, exactly opposite clothing. All he's wearing is pants.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Simonese. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
You know what? I'll let you do that, buddy. You suck, but I don't want to hang around you too long. Stairs can often be weirdly difficult to navigate in this game. Okay. Let's use my truth stick to figure out the truth about this body. Oh. That's unpleasant.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
It is not beautiful. I'm not going to say it's beautiful. Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Unacceptable!
Thanks, Paul. A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Thank you for the doot, Summer. I know what you're all waiting for, and it'll happen eventually.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work, everything.
Yes, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
Hello, Smage.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Or what? He's going to get an infection?
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle it.
Ah. We just filled this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Kim likes me! I did a thing that makes Kim happy. So, my favorite thing about this game, and what makes this game stand out from almost any game I've played, is nothing makes me happier than when I do something and Kim approves. Open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Indeed. Well, Cahill, one thing I can say is that nobody who is my personal longtime friend and wonderful artist is a Disco Elysium World Records runner. Now, when it comes to the 2010 Nintendo Wii game Disney's Epic Mickey, it's a different story. Nah, I have no interest in speedrunning this game. I like to take my time to experience this. Yeah, Shadow Mage, prove me wrong.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
1 assistant.
That's you.
Right, Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
Write it down.
Next.
3 name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Approximately 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Ick.
Teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Race?
Mondial.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Shadow Mage? Is it true? Have you finally become a real boy? Sex?
Fucky!
Who knows is the worst?
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right, fucky! What are 2 of those even options? What? God damn, I love this game so much. I'm sorry, can somebody clip that, please? It just... that needs to be immortalized. I'm going to pick 2. Of course I'm going to pick 2. But that's just such a wonderful moment. Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th, 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
I missed you, Max. Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I agree. Lividity pointed to a lynching.
Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then...
Hello, Copper. Copper, you have to see the clip Josh just posted, because it's a wonderful, very silly, very Disco Elysium moment.
Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerback puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended.
Ooh, okay, fantastic,
to
Copper.
make sure she is dead more than anything else.
It was just such an incredible moment.
The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Man, Shivers is so weird.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
It is, Shadow Mage.
We should start the post-mortem.
Turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Journal examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down!
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Okay, keep writing.
Well nourished, athletically built. measuring 1.8 meters, generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Yeah, if it were not cold out here, this body would have been way worse.
The spine is bent more than the lieutenant compensated for. This buster's actual height is about 1.85. And no, you could not take him straight on.
I'm gonna write 1.85 meters, Lieutenant.
Of course, I undercompensated.
Again, he trusts me.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Stroke his hair gently. Chester! Chester, I missed you.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head. There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Write it down, adding the brilliantine.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown. Low velocity.
Such a clinical way to describe what happened.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
When I punch you into the sun, then you'll see velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Write down, but amend for high velocity. No, fuck Kuno.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. Stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now...
Points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Chat, I need to tell you about the storm yesterday. Oh my god. So there was a thunderstorm in, like, large parts of Ontario, which in some places, like, reached the point of being maybe a low-level tornado. No, Chester, it was insane. So the wind speeds were recorded at 120 kilometers per hour, which, you know, is like the speed of cars. In several places, it took out power. It tore down trees. In freedom units, I think that's 70 miles an hour, Shadow Mage. It's highway speeds. Yeah. It was intense. The thing is, where I am, the entirety of the storm lasted maybe an hour, but the scary part lasted about 5 minutes. The wind was so heavy that when the rain started, the rain was, no joke, actually horizontal. It wasn't falling. It was just going sideways. It was intense.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Kuno, please stop. It really was, Chester. Rain gotta go fast.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig. I agree. You know, 92% chance means there's no point boosting this, because literally the only way to fail is a critical fail.
You jam the cutters right under the knot.
Nope.
That seems like a smart idea.
Apparently a 3 was sufficient to fail.
Somewhere there. Already, they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then...
Unacceptable!
Fucking 92% chance? Fuckity fuck.
The lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Take some more.
A really, really bad smell is coming from there now, and some kind of cracking sound.
God damn it. Got some more.
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that faggoty! Corpse fucking time!
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first.
A pig! So cute.
You know what? Yeah. Let Kim do it.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Yes, that's much better form than you had.
I have a 7 in physical instrument. I rolled a 3. God damn it.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
He hands you the chain cutter's back and then kneels closer to the body, running his finger along the dark red groove, till he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
This is just a request to everybody in the world, for whatever reason. Please never say the phrase curdled meat. You don't need to. There are other things you can say.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get up and see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
You know what? I'm just gonna write it down. I don't want to give Kuno and Kuno-esque anything to deal with. Chester, why? You are doing the Lord's work.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
I did not realize announcements don't show up on the VOD. VOD watchers will never know. Oh, Chester. Chester, you have given the live watchers a great secret. This is the body of a soldier, mercenary.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Sit down.
Last item. Hands.
Pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
You know, this is not where I expected this to go. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Kobo. I feel like you were once for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front.
Something I think is very clever. The hanged man, same voice as our lizard brain. Because of course that's exactly who it is.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Working so close to the fumes coming from the corpse must be hard. You realize suddenly that the lieutenant has been barely keeping it together these past 2 items.
He's a brave man.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
2. Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Chester, hit me.
We don't even have a joke.
That's what conceptualization was trying to do. Nope. Right, NA.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
This is especially for Chester. I mean, it's for all of you, but it is especially for Chester. All right, sir. Let me take a look at that PP. That looks like an unremarkable penis. Neither too big nor too small. Nothing unusual, sir. I've seen many more penises than this. Your PP is completely within the norms. Now, sir, I know you're offended. I know you were expecting me to say that this was a particularly large PP, but sir, you have to understand 5.5 inches is completely normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. Sir, please do not be offended. Sir, I am merely a PP police officer doing my job. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Max, I invented him during Zelda's adventure, and it just kept happening.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
He's... What?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Yeah, but I would expect, like, fully broken for a hanging.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used. Exactly, Chester. Unremarkable.
He's really doing it. The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hands.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen, hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there, sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like throwing up, straight in that mouth. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Look deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
He lets go of the drawers. The mouth snaps shut before you. Down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Hepatobiliary. I don't know what that word means. I'm gonna look it up. Something to do with blood, I think. Having to do with the liver plus the gallbladder, bile ducts, or bile. Okay. Why? Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
Okay, right, NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Yeah, we're not gonna know much about that. Not in a field autopsy.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated abdomen briefly. Write it down, keep the voila! We deserve to have a little bit of fun.
What's next on the list?
Description of injury, summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
I agree. The waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Again, these are children. Yes, Max. When we arrived, there were birds pecking at the corpse. Which, it's a corpse hanging in a tree. They get bitten.
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuna. He is silent with it.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark. Well, what's the 4th injury field for? Let's just do this. Oh! Hmm. Okay, I should be back. Should be back. I lost a ton of frames there for a while. But it looks like I'm stable again. You'll probably got a bunch of buffering. Summer, also Lumv. You probably got quite a bit of buffering, Shadow Mage. I dropped a bunch of frames. My internet basically just bottomed out for a minute. Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact.
7 centimeters. That's roughly half the length of his unremarkable pee-pee.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
Yeah, even if he was overpowered, that's weird. Huh. I still feel like this is more likely than not the fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
No! Electrochemistry! Calm down. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Got a copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mystery.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Boy, that does not help me at all.
Come back later, Kobo.
Try to remove the
Amuse
dead man's
yourself
boots.
with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Try to remove his boots?
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Heck.
Damn it. This is turning into some sort of mega puzzle.
Okay, chat. It's time. Let's see me get that double 6. Legendary perception, which I am naturally bad at.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look under his fingernails like Kim already did.
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus?
No. No. I didn't know you could do this. We can put the body in the bear? Oh, I'm so excited.
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red eyes glowing in the dark.
Why, yes, there was. An absolutely colossal fridge. Still plugged in, literally in the shape of an ice bear.
Yes. Now, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge. But I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
That's such a sentence. I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Still, that was a very, very successful field autopsy. Hello? I was trying to click in the wrong place. You all talking about tarot? One of my favorite things on TikTok at the moment is this guy who does what he calls the Sesame Arrow, which is he does tarot readings but with Sesame Street flashcards. It's so fucking good.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
It's Chester, it's so good. And like the man gives like really good advice, but at the same time, the cards he's pulling are like the three of ducks. It's amazing. Yes, Cahill, get rest. So what do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get the hand to the bedroom. Then 10 more to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Did we just stuff a dead man in an abandoned fridge? Yes. Yes, we did.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Kim, I adore you.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Sir, you are going to need to take a step back. Really? You think it's good work?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room.
We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
Even Kim has to admit that.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Okay. My chances are low, but it's a white check. I can redo it. I am going to... Perception is motorics. I have level up points that I can potentially use. I actually thought I had 2 points, but I've got 1. So, I'm going to ask chat to boost Motarix. If it doesn't work, I'm going to wait until we can do it again, put a point into perception, and then retry it. Shadow Mage, of course you get a bonus for fridging him. He's in the fridge. Yeah, let's... Chat, do you want to help me on Motarix, please? Chester's offering chicken nuggies. Okay, we went from 17% to 28%. That's definitely worth rolling.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
I used to have 4 points of morale. Where did one of my morale points go? I am concerned. So I've still got a lot of tasks. Here's where it's going to be bad. After Kim goes to bed, I'm going to come back and get the boots. Kim's not going to like it. But that's what I'm going to do. Because I want the boots. Max, they're not pants. I can legally wear them. Well, that should be your concern, Max. I did, Shadow Mage. It was a terrible decision. Man, I swear there was something useful around here. Navigation.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, I wanted to ask this guy about Los Drogas, but he doesn't seem to know. And I still can't cross the river, to the best of my knowledge. What about you? You see anything useful?
Still cool here, officer.
What kind of stuff are you selling?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Sir? Sir, you have offended me and my people by saying those words. Where did you get those comfy pants? I'm gonna have to confiscate them.
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
That's all then. Let me ask you something
Anything
else.
for you.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
Oh my god, Shadow Mage, I'm impressed.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
No, I don't want to spend money on this, is my problem. Can I not get... No, okay, I can't get there. Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Ah, that's... Okay, that explains it. What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
Attempt to reconstruct what happened here. My visual calculus is very bad.
Judging by the size
And yet...
of impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Yo! When I've got a 92% chance, I roll like shit. When I'm doing something I don't care about, nah, we'll just give you a fucking 11. God damn, I love this game. Look at the crater.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
Wait a second. Is this my car? Am I the fucker who did this? Look at the roof of the shack.
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Whoever this was, definitely some kind of superstar cop. Some kind of incredible cop. Possibly a himbo of some sort. I fucking rapped onto the roof of this shack. Look at the sloping metal roof panels.
The panels served as a takeoff ramp.
Look at the broken posts.
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
Look at the sign.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal.
Incredible. Look at the opposite bank.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What was the model of this phantom vehicle? Oh my god, Shadow Mage, that's incredible.
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Why the Caprice 40?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
And why the Linear G22?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump.
What now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Any theories about what happened here?
Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand. Reckless traffic hooliganism.
What kind of car do you think it was?
I think it was a Caprice 40. And I'm going with that one because they said the tires were right, the weight was right. Yes, the Linnea G22 was more likely to survive the jump than most, but I'm going based on the tire.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I have some ideas about who it might have been.
Oh.
It had to be someone really cool and courageous. Nah, the fact is I need more evidence to come up with a list of suspects.
We are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
Okay, so slight spoiler alert. Having played this game before, I strongly suspect that's me. Now, I may be wrong. We should bring this driver to justice.
If we must.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this, the lieutenant consoles himself.
Shadow Mage, I'm assuming pure blind luck. Shadow Mage, why am I a fool? Nah, we'll see, Shadow Mage. So, weird thing is I actually don't know what I should do next. Track down your badge. That's a tough one. Put the clothes in the trash. Joyce won't talk to me until I've got my badge. Or find out about the drug trafficking. The victim's tattoos. Yeah, I've asked where I can, but that... Who made the call? There is something I can do. Yeah, there is a big one I can do. Which is... There is a potential witness I haven't really had a chance to talk to yet. Which is Klasia, upstairs. We know she's been here for a while. I suspect she knows more about the sexual harassing hooligan than she's letting on.
The door is closed.
Knock again.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. He doesn't like where this is going. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Half-light? No. No, you've got to relax.
The murmur in your ears recedes slowly. Your breathing normalizes. That's one lucky door.
Okay, so I can't talk to her. Which is unfortunate. Wait a second. I can improve my perception and try to look at the dead body again. Or... Actually, no, this is great. Because perception gives me two things I can look into. The dead body is one, but there's also... there was like a piece of like planking standing up against a wall that I suspect there's something hidden behind. And I need perception for both of those, I think. I'm just gonna do a quick save. Now, I care more about the body at this point, but I have 2 upgrade points. So I could upgrade perception twice, and each time it re-unlocks the white check.
bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
This is neat. Okay.
The bear's eyes are
There we
still
go.
glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Chat, I'm begging you again. Please boost my motorics. I need something more than a 28% chance on this. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just gonna roll incredibly again. But still, if you could boost my motorics, that would help. Shadow Mage, that seems unuseful. My physique is fine! Okay, 42%, even. Roll them dice, baby.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue
Damn
and
it.
silvery in the light of the fridge. You still...
It'll come to you sooner or later.
We're doing this again, chat, I'm telling you. Get. Come on. There we go. My rolls on pointless bullshit? Incredible. Out of this world. Just rolling fucking 11s all the time. But a roll I actually need? Fuck you. Apparently.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Okay, this is 42 without a boost. Chat, you can't boost me for another 2 minutes, so nothing to do but try.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palettes. Easy on the eyes.
The fuck?
It reveals no secrets at this time.
Why? Why is my luck like this? The thing is, perception is a useful one to improve anyway, so I don't feel too bad about it.
Inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Fucking finally! Chester, not to the best of my knowledge. I haven't seen any way to configure that.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
They call me
Eh?
Mr. Pig!
Chair, hello, welcome. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Chair, how's your speedrun practice, and how are you enjoying Pokemon Infinity? You were doing pretty well on the speedrun last I saw. Ah, Queen. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow
Be
powder.
still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Chair, that's very cute. Imagine a Pokemon game with a good plot. Thank you for the dudes, Max.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? No, I'm not gonna say that. Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
He points to the ladder in the corner.
See that ladder there? It's It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
I didn't finish it, but I do know Sun and Moon had a much better plot in many ways. It's actually a phone slogan from an aggressive, youth-oriented campaign. The barrier? Wow, Summer, I don't know what that sentence means. Empty tube of magnesolum magnesium supplement. Cured pig's head. Looks mummified. No, I don't think so, Summer. I know that there is some stuff that's difficult to get past. Arceus I didn't play, but yes, I did hear good things about it. Wait, I don't need to go up there. This doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keeping the ruins together. Ooh, a postcard worth 13 cents. Yeah, it's recycling time. This is genuinely interesting. I do think you could use this to get past Measurehead without getting past Measurehead. I like that Pup Time has an invisible emote. Wait, you can... But you could, like, climb out the window and do cool stuff. No! You see, Max? That's why I did it. You know, there's not much up here other than, like, a few bucks. Which is not nothing. I just seem to remember there being more to up here than that. Okay. Can I visual calculus this again now that we've taken the body down?
Footprints in the mud.
Nope. Still not. Kuno, do you have anything new to say?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Max? What? What? That sounds awful? Yeah, that sounds awful?
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
What happened?
From just read what Max said and then cry for a long time. I wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonort.
I talked to Manana about the armor.
So?
He told me you promised to sick the pigs on him.
Yeah, so? Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like Jello.
Look, Jello's tasty, okay? I don't see the problem.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Whatever.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
I like the fact that he's trying to convince himself. Oh, is that what you meant by the barrier?
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What is with the pig head?
Oh, that?
Oh, no.
Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one points to your head. It's shit.
What?
That is the only appropriate response.
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal. What is this?
Oh, I love confusing everybody. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Yeah, kid on amphetamines. That's always good.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
The only eyes that need to sparkle for me are Kim's. If Kim's eyes sparkle, that's all it takes to make me stop feeling tired and old. What's up with the tube of magnesolum, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asked what it was. It's magnesium, right? Thank you for the sparkles. Also, have a good poof, Queen.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a battle.
Okay, you don't need that much magnesium. You might be overdoing it.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
He looks at you, eyes bulging. You know what? I think maybe there is some side effect of taking amphetamines and then a shit ton of magnesium.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Kuno dominated you. No, I tried to punch him and missed because I'm an idiot. I want to discuss the body again.
About it.
There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks your stones left on the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
Here's the thing, Shadow Mage. I find Kuno S much, much more obnoxious.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were put in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
It's called being a hobo cop. It's not sad shit. You need to understand that this is part of the job of a man without pants.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
That's very expensive for pants.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. That last line is a lie. It's not a lie. I have pants. I just refuse to put them on.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
No, Kuno, you don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants. I also refuse to wear them.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
There was also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
No.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Physical instruments! Slow down!
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
I might have questions later.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Figure out what's going on with this kid. Low chance, but I've been rolling either really well or really badly all day. No middle ground.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
But I failed my empathy check, so... Kuno, you must have seen all kinds of things throwing stones here. Want to help the RCM bust a murderer? No, he doesn't.
Fuck no! What are you? Fucking mentally handicapped?
Kuno, they've almost snitch now?
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
I don't know what that means.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I know what that means. Anyway. I improved my perception. I managed to succeed in one check. Did I ever look at this?
You see a set of
Oh, I
tile
didn't.
tracks in a brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say.
Shitty visual calculus. I succeeded before.
No.
No.
These tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them
away. Max. Max, you make me laugh. Okay. Chat, I'm gonna need y'all's help.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Please, I need you to boost my motorics. Please, I need this.
Leave it to Ryan.
Hi, Korhawk. Okay, 58% chance. I can do this. Holy fuck!
His skin is cold. Like
You know what? No. I have used so much. I'm just gonna load. I'm not going to save scum this one. But god damn it, no. Why is my luck so bad today? Seriously, why is my luck so awful? I did, Summer! I explicitly made a build with the worst possible intelligence and quite shitty motorics. But I'm peak himbo.
the tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Like, no one can complain about peak himbo. But I'm allowed to be frustrated when I keep failing the same check. There was actually something I wanted to check, though. I want to try to get into that apartment building. I couldn't do it before. But it might be worth trying again.
There must be another way into the building.
God, I forgot that one line is bugged out. There must be another way into the building. Thank you, Summer. Jester, I've been reminding chat. Chat's been giving me good boosts. It just doesn't help when I roll like shit.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Why are you whispering? Sounds like you're already in trouble. Yeah, go with kindness. No trouble from me. Actually, this is the kinder one.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
You know, that's valid.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Hold on. Can I at least have a cigarette? I'm not going to ask him that. Now, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
By God, this young man has the body of a decathlete. His lithe form was practically made for vaulting over the high bar.
Son, do you train?
Occasionally. Why?
Are you on the track team?
No. I just like to look good.
I get it. Nothing wrong with looking good.
He gives you a honeyed smile before shaking off the cigarette ash.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Okay, so not his real name.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
Why am I so dumb? Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinez standards.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Did I?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
Interesting. The Hardy Boys, maybe?
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the...
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
A friend or a very good friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Oh, question answered.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Let me put it this way. I don't think they were looking out of the windows.
Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
All right, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
Takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the snowy balcony with a dying hiss.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Oh! This is actually a reasonable chance. I'm not going to ask for a boost here because this doesn't seem like an important one. But I'll still try it.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen. I am just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders. A speckle of white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. The flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Oh ho ho! A stone placed next to the door, perhaps with a spare key?
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
You're right. Probably didn't have anything important to say anyway.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Yeah, I suspect one of the Hardy Boys. Yeah, it's been fluctuating weirdly, Max. I don't know.
He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Lieutenant nods towards a small rock in a soggy patch of rock.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Again, this is so cool. The first time I played this game, this didn't happen at all.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
I don't think I've got any new thoughts fermenting. No, nothing new happening. Like, you can't interact with the stone unless you get that signal, which I never did before.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
We're gonna find the right one. I mean, the answer is one at a time.
We'll just have to go in and see.
I love how many different ways there are to make progress in this. God, it's good. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. +1 logic, -1 authority. Well, if I ever need those, I can just grab the weird glasses. Yes, Max, that is certainly part of the plan. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. 4 cents! Chat, that's the most money in the world.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Knock.
No reply.
Examine the
It's a solid
padlock.
lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Okay, let's do that. It's not a truth stick, but it'll do.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Theoretically, yes. A double 6 max is a success no matter what. Enjoy making dinner, Chester.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
What the fuck is my luck today? Honestly.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
My luck is awful. These chain cutters are broken, Kim.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Kim pointed out the shackle.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I rolled a double 1. This is not normal bad luck. This is remarkable bad luck. Can we all at least agree that that was insane?
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
He's just trying to help.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Max! It's random! I'm so tempted to reload just because that was bullshit. I'm so tempted.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
That's valid, Max. I'm not going to, but I'm tempted.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Again.
A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Not what it says, but sure. This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands a female voice, very intense. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is not getting a defensive end.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Later then, entering this door seems a physical challenge.
Yeah, well, I fail all of those, don't I? I'm a himbo who isn't strong. I can't cut a lock with lock cutters. What the fuck? Apartment number 8. Their mailbox is overflowing.
Give me a moment.
The elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. Seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Sneezes into a dirty handkerchief.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do. Not in this damp.
Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheek. I do, Summer. I boosted my logic by 1.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is any of the residents on a vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Who lives in apartment number 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
But I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
Oh, it's a ghost.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Yeah, I'm sure some people are shitty, but that's not overall. Who lives behind the padlocked door?
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Ooh.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology?
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
He might know about the tattoo. Are you sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
Oh, okay. She doesn't know the difference.
The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
Can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living.
He spits on the floor before wiping it off with the broom.
Right next to the coal room.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
She's so sweet and she gets treated like shit. I'm looking for Martin Martinez, who I believe is a real person.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
What do you mean? I wasn't joking.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez. Like Sim Jamrock or Raoul Ravageur.
My head empty has betrayed me.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
How about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build? A smoker on the balcony? Know where he lives?
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
He looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. He's going away. No. No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Thanks, I'm off. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
The plan?
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Look around yourself.
It's clean and empty. with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Shiver. Someone has torn down the wall. Sea below looks cold and winter grey. I'm getting so many physical health fixing things. I don't need them. My morale is suffering. Help me there. No, this corpse fridge doesn't have power, Max. Okay. This is not to save scum. I'm saving so that I don't die if I fuck this up again. My interfacing. Let's improve my interfacing.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
Chat, can you boost my motorics? This shouldn't be necessary, but I don't trust my rolls.
The shackle snaps.
Finally!
And the lock falls to the floor with
My
a little
God.
thud. It should be possible to enter now.
Oh.
After you, detective.
Oh, I need my truth stick back. So, I kind of was as well, Max. Like, it's not good, but it would have been funny. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Mazov.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom?
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Father Mazov, the hero of the working class. Salute the statue.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
He leans closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Why do you have a bullet, sir? How's this jacket? Is this a good jacket? Because my current jacket is Esprit de Corps and Shivers. A new jacket is Conceptualization, which is useful in a couple of places. So that is good to know. Max, I don't understand. You're saying a word, but my... An old shoe rack. Boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Max did what needed to be done. Fucking magnesium, thank you. Some booze. Moss crawls on these bathroom tiles. Actual moss. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Ick. Clean your shower curtains, chat. Apartment number 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. The snoring is scary somehow. You should leave. Oh, I know what that is. I'm not gonna tell chat in case they don't know. Max, I can only guess that maybe that's the pants police and it's all your own fault. The curtains shift, just a little. Someone is watching from within. Breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Just a door, nothing for you here right now. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
They said he's normally home in the evenings, so no real surprise.
The man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
I'm not the biggest fan of cheesecake, so also no. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Apparently no reason to check them out, which is valid. Want to check out the other side where Cindy is. Sure, Summer. Nope, nothing there. What is this? The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. I mean, firing squads use bullets though. Guillotines are much more efficient. Yeah, I don't like cheesecake. Give it to me raw and wriggling. Hi, Cindy.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves, but here you are.
That's right. We've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Gold! You don't let me have whatever I want. Just let me have my wriggling cheese.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
No, Paula! Oh god, I'm so sorry. Wax, there are worms that, at least for part of their maturing process, have maggots in them. But I don't think they're actually maggots, but worms of some kind. There are also cheese mites, which are very important for some cheese. You can look up cheese mites. It's a totally real thing. Also, butt butts.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Fumes are bad for you, okay?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
Catch you later, Cindy. Cindy's not half bad, to be honest. So, on the one hand, a potentially very useful item. On the other hand, ants. Oh. Enough coal to last for several winters. Of chemicals. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Someone's been sleeping here. Recently. Also, there's a picture of a cat on this person's pillowcase. I just wanted to draw everyone's attention to that. Yeah, Wax, it was in the freezer. Above, tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. Also, Kim can just phase through doors. Remember when Kuno told us that cops couldn't phase through walls? He clearly wasn't thinking of Kim. Yes, Summer, get sleep. The door is locked. You can't get in. But Kim did. God damn, Kim's cool. Chat, could I be like Kim someday? Cape Side Apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, roundabout north. I've already looked at all. More things for bottles? For me? More magnesium to improve my shitty morale. You know, with how this game looks, and I know this is silly, I sometimes forget that it's 3D. Because it's so artistic. But then, like, you look at the way this tree moves, and obviously it's 3D. Because the camera's perspective on it is changing. But it's so artistic that it feels 2D. In the best way.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
Faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Kim, look, bullet holes.
Where?
Point to the chips in the wall. Someone's been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the Revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the Revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Oh, that's valid. What can you tell me about the Revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Okay, well, I just wanted to take a moment with you, my friend. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. Maybe. Lay butts and gentlemen is a butt Q&A. Well, Wax, I'm glad to have been involved. I guess. Man. I really remember there being something else around here that I'm missing, and I don't know how to, like, activate it. I mean, I'll figure all of this out. That's fine, Wax. Enjoy your lurk. Let's see if there's anything new and interesting at the pawn shop.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
You know anything about the traffic menace on the loose?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive.
But you didn't hear it when the traffic menace drove over your roof?
Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop, and then moving on.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
Does that mean we don't have any idea who the driver was?
He shakes his head, slowly.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Oh, there's nothing new.
Sure, man.
I don't want his drugs, especially, like, whatever his reasons for using them. I'm not gonna be too... I don't want to use, like, any kind of drugs in this playthrough. I've got alcohol, it gives me boosts. It's fine. I'm not gonna use it if I can avoid it.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented. They stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
You know, I completely believe that, Max. I think part of being a himbo is also being, again, like, kind of fundamentally good. And not to get into, like, a PSA, some drugs are just too harmful for that. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about... I don't want to get into this because potential TOS, but yeah. Some drugs just will fuck you up. Stand on the tips of your toes to see more.
Especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Jockey, this Stereo 8 approved machine here
is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music.
Well, you know what? I think this is potentially useful. Like, it's clearly a tool, so I'm gonna buy it.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand,
Oh my.
encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyondal burning.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there.
Yeah.
Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on.
Hi,
Can't
Stitch.
have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Sir, that's not what that means.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
What's the deal with the man on this t-shirt?
It's the man from Hyondal.
Walking away from his burning village, yes.
Their matter-of-fact tone belies their surprise at the fact that you didn't recognize the figure in the print.
Remind me, who's the man from Hyondal again?
The man from Hyondal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
Okay, so this is kind of like not recognizing Conan the Barbarian.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Hyondal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Ah! And, now we're getting a bit weird.
Hyondal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hyondal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
What did you mean the man from Hyondal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hyondal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made
Night,
it so
Summer.
that he
Have a good
has.
sleep.
It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect.
I missed you too, Chester. Bye, Max. Love you.
Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hyondal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
Again, those aren't a thing.
Stop talking about this nerd stuff. It will make you weedy. Buy the damn shirt already. It's powerful.
What are you selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Perhaps I could repay you in some other way.
I deal in goods, not services.
+1 physical instrument, +1 shivers, -2 authority. But that's a damn nice shirt. And my authority is already shit. I've thought it over and I want to buy the shirt.
Welcome to Hyondal, officer.
Like, I would straight up wear this shirt in the real world. And I can take it off if I ever need authority. I could try to take the tie off. Physical instrument, inspiring musculature. Shivers, sprawling saga. -2 authority? Too old for this shirt. I didn't realize that it tells you why you get advantages. +1 reaction speed, feeling twitchy. -1 rhetoric, bum brain. Oh, these are great. +1 visual calculus, Eye of the Reckoner. -1 drama, a bit dry. This game is amazing. Feels ridiculously high.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags,
marry carrot
others
cake,
yet
carrot
bright
cake, fuck
blue
chocolate cake, kill cheesecake.
All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
For me, super easy, Wax. Carrot cake is the best cake, hands down.
Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Just dropping the her out of nowhere there, huh? Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Wax! I have strong cake opinions. What is this? Show it to the shopkeeper.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
Hell yeah, I'll buy this.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
I mean, that was genuinely cool. For 50 cents.
Martinez's streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Dude's trying to sell a streetlight. Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
How much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
I have 12 real. Can we come to a bargain of, say, 12 real?
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet talk you into buying trash.
700 sounds about right. I imagine it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
You know, the fact that this is an option makes me wonder if there's a way to get that much money. Also, what would I do with it? I want to speak to Gart again. See if there's anything useful he can tell me.
Can I help you?
Apparently not. So I now have a tape player. Which means I might be able to save the tape in my room. Yes. Wait, that's an empty one? Oh, interesting. I would still have to record. Ah, that I didn't realize. So do I, Wax. There's so much in it. It's all so good, so fun. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to this guy about the special borscht he's making.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
What's in that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
If it's Wax, if it's anything about that hasn't been covered in this playthrough, rather don't put it on stream. I appreciate your caution. Yes?
Borscht need more vodka?
Aha!
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Oh my god, necktie, that is so much. I was not prepared.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No, no vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
I don't need anything. Stay masculine. Hell yeah, I made progress on a thing.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Man, I can't remember how to get in there. Frankly, I can't remember if you can get in there. Wait, money? I have priorities. Okay. So one last time before I finish up stream, I am going to try to look at this dang old body. Do I have any clothes that can potentially help with perception? Probably not. Certainly perception is not being reduced by anything, so I don't need to worry about that. But if I have perception clothes, I'll put them on. Okay, no perception clothes.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Chat, please. Please boost my motorics. I need this to work. I failed this so many times.
Your arm reaches out and your eye eyes close, as if by
Yes.
their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
That was so difficult. Thank you, chat. What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Well, somebody still managed to boost it, so still appreciated, Wax. Roll up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push your fingers in his nose.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Put your fingers in his mouth. It is, Wax.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it. It feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius.
Oh.
The edges appear darkened.
Stitch, I haven't at home, but a while ago I got some Parmesan fries at a restaurant, and they fucked so hard. It's such a good thing to put on fries. Say, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Touch it with your finger, gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever.
Get deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
Well, I'm pretty sure we can say that the hanging isn't what killed him. There's a cavity cut right between the hemisphere.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Hell yeah, taking notes. Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
A pig! So cute.
Also you, Wax. Thank you.
All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice-cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Interfacing. 97% chance. Even if chat boosted me, it couldn't make it better. I can only fail on a double one. Which has happened today, so, you know, it's not out of the window. But I fished it out.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
Whisper, I got it.
Good.
Slowly pull your fingers up.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Okay, I think I deserve more than 5 experience for what I just did. But whatever, game.
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
Okay, now that's very interesting. Because that 99% confirms the Hardy Boys didn't kill him. Because they didn't know he had been shot. They said they overpowered him and hanged him. But that's not what killed him. Again, this never happened in my previous playthrough. This is fascinating.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case, this injury here.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. There have been other signs too, small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
Secret task complete. Find the bullet before you get fooled. Hell yeah! You should be excited, Chester. This game's amazing.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, We should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
So I guess I'm just not getting my fancy shoes. You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Okay, no. I don't care about the boots anymore. I don't care. I got all I needed out of this. Did you hear what Kim just said? Did you hear? My dear sweet Kim thinks I did well. Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now. May they rest in processing.
It sucks, but there we are.
Oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
And the fridge even came in handy. You know what? That is a very satisfying way to end a stream. So I think that is where I'm going to leave things. Thank you all so much for joining me. This was a wonderful stream. I had so much fun. I hope you all had fun. Let's take a look at who we should raid. Sundays, there tend to be quite a few people live, so we'll check it out. Honestly, not that many people that I follow are live. We can raid Lime, unless anybody else has a preference. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. But yeah, hearing Kim say "good job, detective" at the end, God, nothing fills my heart like that. Thoughts on raiding Lime? If everybody's okay with that. Tanuki with a cake? You know what? I like occasionally raiding outside the watch or the watch community. So let's try them. We can raid Lime another time. The target channel only allows in-network raids. Okay, so unfortunately I cannot raid Tanuki with a cake. Y'all can check them out, but I can't raid them at the moment. Whoops, sorry, Wax. I didn't even know you could do that. Anyway, as I said, thank you all so much for joining me. This was a wonderful stream. It's a wonderful game. I continue to love it. I'll be live again next on Wednesday at 5:30 Eastern Time, playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Disco Elysium returns next week Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time. If you're not currently a member, please feel free to join my Discord. It's the best time to find out when I go live, and is also just a fun place to hang out. Yeah, Wax, you, like, 40 minutes ago, I think. But I'm glad you're around. So yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful evening, whatever time zone you're in. I will see you all around in future streams. Take care of yourselves, say hi to Lime, and take care. Have a good one, everyone.